to introduce you. So, hello guys. I will remove camera to you. Hello everybody. I'm very happy to see you today. I hope your day starts nice with a lot of nice energy and you have big dreams. And today we decided to speak about one very important topic connect with female energy. How to have more female energy, how to find this energy. And when we speak about energy, it's always a little bit shamanic practice and shamanic energy. And I have one very special friend and colleague. She helped me a lot with her energetical practice. I've been on many psychologists, therapists, but she made one session with me and she found something that I totally forgot, and it was so deep inside of me. And she helped me a lot and clean a lot. And I say, wow, we need to start to work together and to do something from women powerful, how women can be women. And I would like to introduce you, Joanna, my very good friend and colleague. Joanna, welcome to us.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Natalia. It's so lovely to be here. And thank you so much for having me here on your channel.
How you start to make these things, how you become to be a healer, what help you?
So my background is very typical. So I have a legal background, and like many people, I started off in my life and in my career feeling that I just had to be in the very masculine energy, work hard, study hard, and all of those sorts of things. And then I got to a space in my life when I thought, do you know what, there's something more. I can't just be focusing on the career and the masculine aspects. There has to be something more in life. And that's where I started exploring more into the feminine side. So the energetic healing practices. I done a lot of my own deep healing work on why it is that I had difficulties receiving, why it is that I had difficulties not really embracing the feminine aspect of myself. And through that practice, I started to help many other women in really discovering that actually it's not just in the masculine that you can have power. And traditionally, that's what we're taught, many of the world leaders are male. A lot of the times we feel that in order to get our views across, we have to have that masculine energy. But actually, women are very powerful. And if you look at many of the men over the years, behind them, there's always a woman behind them. Even if you look at the amazing love stories, like Cleopatra, men will do amazing things. They will risk their lives for women. So a lot of the times it's the women who have that energy, the women who give the men that energy and that ambition and that drive. And it's really about using that power for ourselves in order to really embrace life.
I love Joanna because she's very connected with different energy of air, of water, of fire. And when she makes some practice, she's make it exactly with some elements of the earth, and I call her magical woman because it look like one magical, and this magical help you a lot. So how we can to develop this? How we can to have more magical in our life? And is it true that if some element missing, it's missing something in your life? For example, if missing fire, it's missing archetype of lover, or if missing water, it's missing energy of girl. And how we can to develop this? How we can have more this female energy if we use different archetypes, and we will make one work about this. How to connection these different elements with our feminine.
So yes, absolutely, and this is what I love about your work, Natalia, because you don't only do the therapeutic part, but you also help people to move past those traumas. So you identify those traumas. Why is it that people find it difficult to embrace all of the different elements in life, but also how they can move forward in life? And I think for me, it was definitely, especially with the shamanic practices, it was connecting with the different elements of nature. And nature is our best teacher, we call it Mother Earth, and there are so many different things that just exist in life. And with the different aspects that you teach, so the different archetypes, so the girl, the lover, the mother, and the queen, they can definitely be attributed to all of the different elements and the main elements that I love to work with in the shamanic practices. And when I use those different elements, it's very much about bringing those elements to support you in your life, so to support you with strengthening those different places within you where maybe you're not confident with receiving, maybe you're not confident with standing up in your true power, maybe you've hidden those different parts because of different traumas that you've experienced as a child or even as an adult, and you feel that it's not safe, so you put on a mask and you feel like, actually it's not safe for me to be myself, it's not safe for me to really embrace my whole femininity, because if I do, then I'll be attacked, someone will take me for granted, someone will take advantage of me. And that's not the truth at all. It's really about knowing how to use all of the different parts of you in different situations to have that balanced life. So the elements are very important in strengthening, it's having the flow, having that fire, giving you that passion so that you're able to really enjoy life. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to embrace everything. So yeah, I love using all the different elements. I love using nature. Nature has been a very big teacher for me in terms of allowing and just really having that strong passion, having that strong will, and really feeling like, actually, do you know what, I'm here, and I'm here like a flower, like a tree. I'm here to just enjoy. I'm here to receive the sun. I'm here to grow. I'm here to give beauty. I'm here to have all that passion in my life. So yeah, I love using natural elements.
Great. Just I would like to also tell you then Joanna, she's very successful lawyer, one of the most successful in her area, and she helped a lot of teachers, psychologists, many other people to make their documents, to work with them. And it's she's married, she has two beautiful children. And it's very good combination and example when you're not some spiritual and you say, okay, I'm and very often I see many crazy spiritual people which not have realization, which not have normal family, not have money, and they only spiritual. For me, it doesn't work correct. And I like this combination in Joanna. Then from one side, she's a very successful lawyer, and she has successful, good life, and her home, and her family, and her children. From other side, she's very spiritual, very deep, and exactly this combination help to us to be better, because always my school, it's about this, it's about balance. It's like a bird, you go with two wings. One wing, it's material things, and all of us, we wear some clothes, we eat some food, we have some relationship, and all of us, we have our connection with God and with our energy. And we will work a lot about this energy in our female archetypes. It's one marathon altogether. It's the first part mostly about archetypes, but second part it's your healing. But from second part, we will accept you only when you pass the first part, because first you need to understand general what means archetype, and after we can go more deep and to do a lot of work, connect with trauma. Joanna very strong in this area, especially about sexual trauma, because how she say, very often you cannot to be yourself because you have deep trauma. And how you can describe when people have a trauma, how they look, what happened with them?
So very often, this is something that can happen at a very young age. It can be ancestral as well. So for many of us, we would have grown up and, the feminine or the females in our family were the less dominant people in our lives, the people that we saw around us. And we would have then learnt that actually it's not safe to be a woman. Actually, you get more respect if you are more masculine. You get more people who listen to you. You get what you want if you're more masculine. And what I've realised a lot of people that I see, when they come to me, actually they've completely shut off their femininity because they feel that it's weak to be a woman. They feel that if you are a feminine, if you embrace your femininity, then it means that you're weak. People are going to take advantage of you, and essentially no one's going to respect you. But this can be very deep trauma. It can go back like generations. We've only come now in the past, let's say 100 years, where we can see women have built up that, rights for women, where they are feeling that they're able to go to work without feeling guilty that they're leaving their children behind. But otherwise, it's almost like it's in our DNA, where it's like, oh, the woman's place is at home. If you're not at home looking after your children, then, you're a bad mother. We're constantly judged. Oh, you're wearing something which is too tight. Oh, that means that you're inviting attention from people. So all of these things which we would have heard around us from a very young age, and we hear today still, it's almost like these things get embedded into our subconscious mind. And subconsciously, even though consciously we might think, oh, that's ridiculous, that doesn't make any sense at all. Subconsciously, our minds are saying, actually, do you know what? It's too dangerous to be a woman. If you're walking down the street at night as a woman, then it means you're going to be attacked. You need to have a man next to you. You need to have protection. You need to man up. In the workplace, we see this very often, where we feel that, oh, I can't show my emotions, if it's the time of month. Oh no, I can't be weak. I'm having hormonal time, but I can't show that to everyone else because they will think that I'm weak and I can't do my job. So it's almost like slowly we've suppressed that feminine aspect, even when it comes to relationships. So I can't say that I'm in love, I can't show that I love them, because then they will think, oh, she loves me now that I can go and do whatever I want, and it's all good. So those are just some of the things that often happen. And then what happens is, of course, those are the experiences that people will keep replaying to prove themselves right. Because the mind is saying, look, that's danger. This is danger. I'm going to keep showing you these events so that you understand that it's dangerous. You need to be safe. You need to shut down your femininity. So those are just some of the things. And in response to the whole thing about, some spiritual people being very woo-woo and out there, I think a lot of the times that's a difficulty. It's almost like this disconnect. And when I came into like meditational modalities, I certainly wasn't looking for that space where it was just completely disconnected, and that's a danger. Sometimes you can feel like you're so, you're off in a mountain somewhere meditating and fasting, and that's it, you're not connecting with human race. But the difficulty is, of course, we are human beings. We need to have that connection. If anything, the past year has taught us that we need to have that human connection. We need to have those conversations, and this is what we're here to do. In terms of the material aspects as well, I strongly believe that the reason why we are given all of these things is so that we can enjoy it. And it's about really embracing the educational part, where Natalia will go through all of the different archetypes, is so important, because we are not taught these things as children. As children, we just take on whatever is in front of us. So a lot of the times you will be replaying patterns that you saw your parents go through. And you may have made the decision not to, but that was a conscious decision, but subconsciously, that's all you ever know. So what Natalia is doing here with the 4 Archetypes program is fantastic, because no one will ever tell you how do you receive properly without feeling that guilt of, oh, if I receive, then it means I have to give something back. Or if I'm too passionate, if I'm too provocative, if I'm too sexual, then it means that, oh no, people are going to think I'm a slut. How do you really be independent and know that you can earn your own money, that you can be in your power as a queen, and give and receive without being seen as a bitch? There's so many things that people will label all of these different things as. And finally, as the mother, how are you able to be a mother without feeling like you've got to sacrifice your whole life? So these are all very important aspects that are not taught to us at any point in our lives. So what Natalia is doing here with the 4 archetypes is fantastic, because it gives you a chance to really look at all of those different aspects, learn how to be those different things, and have it in balance in a way that serves you. And it's so important, this work, I think, because the main thing is, yes, a lot of us go through things when we're children, but the really important thing is it doesn't have to stay that way. It can change, and you just need to really make that choice. Are you really fed up with the way that things are going so far? And are you willing to commit to yourself, really? Because the only way that you can see change is by making that commitment and saying, do you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. I need to learn a new way. And I'm just going to go ahead and address what's in front of me now. Even though it may look really ugly, addressing it and learning a new way.
We have a question. Thank you, Joanna, because it's very true. What you're saying, that receiving it's important part of life. How to ask what you want from men without being demanding. Tell me your opinion. I tell you many times.
So my honest opinion. So when I look at the whole elements of nature, it's very much of, there's no need to be demanding as well at all. We learn that we have to demand. We learn that if I don't speak up for myself, if I don't show that I'm the boss here, then I can't get anything done. Actually, that's not the case at all. It's about really knowing who you are, knowing that you're worthy is the first thing. So I would definitely go back and look at do you have traumas or issues in your childhood where you felt that actually I'm not worthy to receive, I'm not worthy to just be given things, and therefore I need to speak up for myself. I need to demand what I want, because if I don't demand, then people are not going to give me things. So that's the first thing that's coming through. And the second thing is, when you're in that space of I know who I am, when you're really confident in who you are and knowing that actually you are a powerful being and there's nothing that you need to demand. It's about the energy of giving and flowing and receiving, and it's very much like, okay, well, if you want something from a man, then it's very much like, well, here you are. When a flower is growing, the flower doesn't demand to receive sunlight. The flower doesn't demand to receive rain. The flower is just there, the tree is just there, and it receives. It's just like, here I am, I'm this beautiful flower and I just receive. So when you switch from the space of, oh, I need to demand if I want something, you simply just ask. You ask and you receive. Be open to receive. When you're demanding, in your mind you've got this thing already that actually I need to demand because I'm not going to get it. So if I don't demand, then I'm not going to get it at all. So switch that. So the first thing, is it Raya? Work on where you feel that you're not worthy to just receive without demanding. And the second would be, look at how you are, when you ask, do you expect to receive? Expectation. If you expect to receive, then you don't need to demand.
Great. I like it. I like to receive, and I like when I see my clients how they start to be open to receive, and it's happened. And I'm sure that after our marathon of archetypes, as we start from 7th of June, we have two formats. One is the basic things. We will give most a lecture and to explain all the basic things about archetypes. You understand who you are, why you attract this type of man, what is wrong with you, what is correct with you. And inside also has one package when you can make sessions. When you can, we have two packages. One is therapeutical group. Therapeutical group, it's a small group, 15 people. When we close inside, when we go all together in Zoom, and we share, you share your problems, we work with you, we see why it's happened with you, we make online constellation with you, and has 2 meetings with me, 2 meetings with Joanna, when we make this therapeutical shamanic work. And also we have diamond package when you can have also a session with me and Joanna. It's very good price because otherwise we are both very expensive trainer, and for you it's huge opportunity to be inside and to be together with us. Also, what means therapy for you? Which result usually you have after your therapeutical part when you make therapy with people?
So normally what I see, obviously, it's not about just identifying the traumas. It's about really reprogramming the new beliefs. And what I see is usually a complete change, like a 360 in people's lives in terms of their relationships, their ability to earn more money, their ability to actually enjoy life. Because it's really interesting that a lot of people are simply, it's really strange because a lot of people are just, hustling non-stop, and it's just like, you're working so hard just for money, but actually money's everywhere. You're working so hard to prove that you are worthy of receiving love from someone, but actually you don't need to work hard. So what I usually see is a lot of my clients have amazing results with their finances, obviously with businesses, because that's what I help a lot of healers and wellness entrepreneurs with, and relationships as well. Because when you come from a place of knowing that you're worthy, it just opens everything up. You don't need to fight. You don't need to put on, a mask. You don't need to constantly feel that you're struggling or that you are, you're desperate for something. You just know, and the energy completely changes. And that's the thing. We're all made up of energy. So when you really learn how to work with that energy, life becomes amazing.
Thank you, guys. We need to go, but I hope Joanna again will speak with you a lot. The first meeting is free for all of you. It's the 7th of June, first free meetings. After this you can see how you feel, but price you a little bit more than if you buy it now. I send you the link. You can buy it now at the moment from our website. Welcome here. Thank you a lot, Joanna, for coming, from that you're our guest. We continue to make videos with her, for sure. And I like that we have more trainers, fantastic trainers to help you, to support you. again, I say it's very important to be and successful and happy and sexy and to be professional in all what you're doing. And it's possible. Both of us, we are trainers and examples for this. And let's go to work together. If you want to tell something last words, Joanna.
Yes, thank you so much, Natalia, first of all. And I would highly recommend to everyone watching to get this program if it's something that you really feel that actually I need to change something in my life. The one thing that I would say is I've also personally worked with Natalia, and the results are amazing. And it's not that you have to go through years of therapy. That's what I love about Natalia. It's literally within one session and that's it. Like, years of trauma can completely be released. So if this is something that you are looking at changing, then I highly recommend that you definitely go ahead. And I look forward to speaking to you all soon. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you. Bye bye, guys. Bye.